one of the 7 signs that you are awakened by the dragon is the disconnection with humans. It's not the first thing that you will feel from the moment that you are awakened. It's more in the middle of it, but it's one of the most difficult ones because this disconnection with humans will tell you that everything that is taught to you was maybe a lie or maybe an illusion. Because the society of humans is something that dragons are not familiar with. And somewhere your entire life has felt that it was very difficult to come inside of this human society. And every rule that ever they have, the rules, the morals, everything. The thing is, you question every single thing. And that happens with the draconic awakening. A question that humanity actually doesn't want you to question. For example, I question if my morals against animals was justified. And it actually, I said to myself, no, it's not justified simply because they are animals, they are lesser than us. No, I said that is wrong because humans see dragons also as animals, so I don't see them as lower. Of course not. And that is, when I tell people this about our dragons and about my morals that are constantly changing, a lot of people actually accused this. And also, if I talk about Tiamat, they say that, for example, Tiamat is a false idol. They say it's not real, it's a false idol, it's not a god. Well, my brothers and sisters, they have been taught to say that so that I should walk into the line. Walk into the line that humanity has created. Religion, for example, is also this. Tiamat is not at all like it. Tiamat is the one that says out of the chaos you create your own path, and out of the path you see your new life, your new rules, your new morals that is truly coming from you. And one of these signs is, like I said, from the awakening, a draconic awakening, is one of the most important ones because it's also going to be the most tricky one and the most difficult one to let yourself be chosen by the dragon at that moment. Chosen by the dragon simply because you become more like the dragon. But being a dragon in this human society, it is a task. It is very difficult. It is a quest that we have inside of this life. But like I said, it's going to be so darn difficult. I said this to him. Why do you think Tiamat is a false idol? I mean, Tiamat has been worshipped since early humanity in Mesopotamia and also in Babylonia. And he said every single religion inside of Babylonia is evil. And I said, why is it evil? Why? Why? Tell me. Explain. It simply is. It simply, and that is really what he said. It simply is, and it is evil. You should walk, you should go back into Christianity. But I said, I cannot. I cannot. And he said, why not? Why? Is he restraining you? Is the dragon restraining you? Of course not. I said, but the dragon is my creator. The dragon is my mother. The dragon is the one that made my soul. The dragon is the one that talks to me. So how can this be a false idol if this, and how can I turn to that if I know that this is the one that created me and this is the one that I live for? I mean, without the dragon, there was no soul of what I am. So why should I change to something that I am not? And he was completely gone with it. I mean, he didn't follow whatever I was saying. It was for the very first time he heard something that blows his mind. Like, but it's not your creator. I said, it is, yes, it is. And I know it is for sure. I can feel the dragon, I can feel Tiamat, and I can feel the light that I belong to. No. It's like, whatever is he saying? So yeah, that was so strange for him. But yeah, that is the thing. I became also a hunt saboteur, vegan, and things like this. My life was much more like, I tell myself questions. For example, is it good what humanity does to animals? No, it isn't. It is not. It is an abomination. It is horrible. If they do this to the dragon, it would be intense. It would be, no, that is going against God, going against Tiamat. going against her life, the the gift of life, going against magic, going against energies, and no, it's bad. And with that is just an example to ask yourself questions all the time. And if they say, for example, that Tiamat is a false idol, or maybe no, because Tiamat doesn't ask to be idolized. Tiamat doesn't ask to be prayed for. And none of the dragon gods do that, simply because they are gods. They are energies. They are the embodiments of the creation of life. So why would they ever ask for submission? They don't do that. But those who do that are not true gods. Those who do that, for example, the ones that are worshipped now, I don't see them as true gods because they ask worship, they ask submission from humanity. And in this submission, you have to walk into the line. You have to do whatever it says, the morals, the rules, and you have to obey the rules, or else. And that is not what we are. And that is one of the 7 signs of the awakening of the draconic Wiccan. And that is whenever we feel free, when we feel free from the rules that humanity has given us. But of course, we still need to live among them, so we cannot forget it. But in a way, you become much more your true self whenever you are awakened by the dragon. The more you are awakened, the more distant that you become with humans. And that is, like I said, especially in the beginning, very tricky, because humans will see that. Humans will see that you are losing your path, whatever they have created for you. You are straying off from your path. You're going to a different path. And they are saying, what kind of a loser are you? Don't you see that? You have to follow it. And whoever you are, and you will have so much people going against you, whatever you are doing. And whenever you are saying, but yeah, I follow Tiamat, I follow this line, I follow my freedom, and people will judge that. No matter what you will do, people will judge that because they are unfamiliar with this. And what is unfamiliar with humans is going to be demonized, so much so. This demonization is also why the dragon is demonized, because they don't know the dragon. It's just large, big teeth with scales, and yeah. In the beginning, it was demonized. Later on, it was fantasized. That I don't know. It might be even worse. But the idea of good dragons came out of it. But the dragon is not good or evil. The dragon is just the dragon. Just leave the dragon alone. I mean, let them have their life. But the dragon is nothing at all like humanity. The dragon doesn't have this society or rules or whatever. They have their own morals, they have their own rules, and this is going to be awakened within yourself. And whenever this is going to be awakened, humanity will ask questions to you. Ask what questions that you don't even have an answer for, because within your heart, within your soul, you just are much more draconic. You are much more the dragon witch, and the dragon witch which is more like transforming into what you really are inside of your dragon's path. But yeah, this is going to be a tricky one, but that is actually with all 7 signs of a pure awakening. The all 7 signs, I mean, of the awakening is that you much more be like chosen by the dragon. Chosen. With chosen, I mean that the dragon decided to be with you so that your dragon eye can be charged. So that, and of course, when the dragon decides that, it's not going to be easy for them. It's going to be a task for you, a task for the dragon by your side, and it's going to be very much involved with the dragon god. And whenever it's going to be charged, you go to all the 7 signs of a draconic awakening. And all 7 signs are going to be a challenge, every 7 of them. But in my eyes, in my experience, the most tricky one was the one that distanced ourselves from humans. Now you see much more the truth. You question everything. You open your dragon eyes. Your dragon eyes see everything that you never saw before once they were closed. Your human eyes don't see anything. It is disabled. But whenever you open your dragon eyes, you're going to see stuff and you are going to question it. You are going to say to other people, that isn't right. It should be like this. And people are going to judge you for that. And but for yourself, your morals, everything will change into what you really are. You are a dragon soul, a dragon spirit, that used to be asleep in the beginning of your life, in this life, but much more get much more awakened now and much more challenged with humans of everywhere. Every single life has a different light in this world. Your light is that of the dragon. Your light needs to be followed without any distractions. Unfortunately, there are nothing but distractions in this world. And that is why I say, my brothers and sisters, build yourself a dragon altar and let yourself be guided by the energy of that altar. This should be an opening to the dragon realm, wherever you talk with the dragon, whenever you have it difficult, whenever you want to change into the dragon, whenever you feel like the dragon, whenever you just want to hold Tiamat. This is a place where you can be with the dragon as a dragon in this loud society. A society that you have a large distance from. It's going to be the dragon's path in itself. I don't like that people say anything light about it, because there is nothing light about the dragon's path. It's going to be a difficult path, one of the most difficult spiritualities that there is. Not because we are following every rule, no, because there aren't. Because you have to create your rules, your own morals, your own world. You have to say. A world that people just don't know. People find it strange that you are a strange one, that you should be burned at the stake for being a witch. That is in fact what you really are. Because the more that you are awakened, the more that you can use magic from the source. Another one that comes with an awakening from the dragon. So yeah, my brothers and sisters, I hope that in this life you can be undistracted, because this distraction is abnormal. If they say, for example, Tiamat is a false idol, just ignore that. Just ignore that, because you don't need anything like that. Tiamat is not a false idol. She's not even an idol. She's a mother. She's a light. Just like the other dragon gods themselves, they are the light that you can follow. The only light wherever you know where to go on your path. And you follow that light. Not because people said that you have to do that, but because you feel it inside of your dragon's heart.